How did it... It's indestructible. How did they break the door? And it's not that the door's broken. It's just not operating normally. Because clearly it still works. You just can't open it and get the food out with one person. Ooh, the employee handbook. The guy personally wrote the 3-page employee handbook. The following is an excerpt from page 2. It's like that saying, the customer's always right. Here at Chuck's, if we know anything, it's that the expression, the customer is always right, is always wrong. Yeah, the customer's not always right. Customers are full of shit. And they lie. I can tell you from a life doing service jobs, people are the worst. All right. Let's see. In this case, it's actually scientifically impossible for the customer to be right. They have no working knowledge of our state-of-the-art culinary facilities, and if they had the secret recipes to all our delicious chunk flavors, then we'd all be out of a job, me included. Yeah. Customers are usually wrong, and they usually know it. And not only that, the more irate they're acting, the more they know that they're in the wrong. Although Karens are very common nowadays, so are more common nowadays. So like the Karens might throw that math, like they're that algorithm off by a bit, but it's generally a good rule of thumb. The more irate they're being, the more they know that they're in the wrong. Not that they're ever going to give up, though, mind you. They're going to be steadfast that they're right. A mixing bowl. Ooh, a spoon. Spoons are worth it. All right, I'm at 70 of 145. I like that we can tell. Did I open this door and this door? Yep. All right. I think there's people in this room. Yep.
My head! Told you to keep your head down!
He told you to keep your head down.
They aren't paying me enough for this!
I didn't see that guy. Oh, he's not dead. Now he's dead. Survival pack and a rescue axe. 27 caliber and a rattler. Why would you have a gun, like bullets on you if you don't have a gun? Is he one of those like special needs pirates? Because if so, it might have just been worth giving him a gun anyway. He might have gone like, ooh, ramen, I'll be back. Could have been like an assassin savant. You never know. It was not feasible on very hard. Really? I'm glad I'm not on very hard. I'm on normal, I think. Drink your dreams. Orange. I'm not a big fan of orange. Actually, that's not true. It depends on it depends on the orange. Some are pretty good. Beaker, lots of scientific beakers. Sandwich. Yeah, like, look how much it took from one hit. And I'm on normal. Like, I can only imagine how bad that would have been on a harder difficulty. Not that, okay. Did they not do ray tracing with the game at all? I don't think I remember seeing an option for even a ray tracing option. Mind you, the game GeForce Experience recommended me running the game on the lowest settings, which kind of rubs me the wrong way. I know there is a mod that lets you do DLSS if you want DLSS instead of... Whoops, I just grabbed it. I don't think I wanted that. You wanted to do the DLSS instead of the one that comes with the game. The Pickwick Papers? Chapter 1. The posthumous papers of the Pickwick Club. The Pickwickians. The first ray of light which illuminates the gloom. Ironic, we were just talking about ray tracing. The first ray of light which illuminates the gloom and converts into a dazzling brilliance that obscurity in which the early history of the public career of the immortal Pickwick would appear to be involved is derived from the perusal of the following entry in the transactions of the Pickwick Club, which the editor of these papers feels the highest pleasure in laying before the readers as a proof of the careful attention, indefatigable assiduity, and a nice discrimination which has his search among the multifarious documents confided to him has been conducted. Charles Dickens' first book about a man who establishes a society whose goal is to travel and research human life became a phenomenon that established the author as one of the best of his day. Okay. Take the milk, I guess. On normal, I find that this gun's actually more effective than handguns and machine guns. Healing takes time. Good to know. So you can't just instantly eat a million cheeses and feel better? Interesting that they're willing to program that out of their new game, but they leave it in Skyrim.
Oh man, that was the
That's actually why I'm using it, is the infinite ammo.
United colonies. Put something in a cage until it kills you. One more time.
Shielded lab outfit, eh? Okay, we heard them, but I don't know where they are. A blue lab outfit as well. Humidifier, we'll have to check that one. That one might not be... Oh, cooler. That might not be... Solar Frontiers! Oh, here we go. What's it? There's a safe. Let me just grab all the darts. In case I want to play a game of dart, you know. Alright. Fill in all open slots in every layer to open the lock. Select the key and rotate it until it lines up with the gaps in the security layer. Slot the key to fill the gaps. Each key can only be used once. Oh, that lines up with the bottom layer very well. Oh, I can pick which one to go with. Okay, that... That covers those two, or wait, no. That one and that one covers the outer layer. That covers the bottom. Okay, those two cover the bottom, and these two cover the outer layer. Boom. That revolver sounds amazing, man. Light up the stars. Nice. Lockpicking's surprisingly easy in this. You just line it all up before you do anything, and then you tap really quickly, and you're done. Stress reduction procedure. Hands, bang head here. Please, instructions. Place poster on firm surface and follow directions in the circle until unconscious. Doesn't work. I'm pretty good with patterns, so I think I've just lucked out. An Egmund desk assistant. That might be worth keeping. No. All right, let's check the computer. All right. So, new beginnings. Hayden Wynn, personal journal on the January 13th, 2306. How long ago was that game-wise? Isn't that like 400 years ago? I can't believe it. I got the posting. The United Colonies Xeno Warfare Division is now official. I can't even imagine the amount of red tape they had to cut through at MAST. But it's long overdue, and I get to be a part of it. My official title will be Associate Xenobiology Technician, and I ship out in 3 days, Amanda. 3 days. Amanda is upset, but I assured her I'll have plenty of leave, and we'll be back in New Atlantis all the time. I'm still not sure where I'm going. Definitely somewhere in United Colony space. Guess I'll find out when I get there. Except for we're in Free Colony space. So he's wrong. Candidate 1. Let's see. February 6th. July 6th. So, yeah. Goes down, then in a second. Okay. Up, down, then left to right. We got our first extraterrestrial candidate today. What appeared to be an alien form of Leucage venusta, essentially a giant spider. Oh, no spiders. Yeah. Michelson, in full protective gear, attempted to attach the neural control interface, NCI. Our security detail is still trying to remove him from the cocoon, and we had no choice but to put down the creature. A minor setback. None of us expected success on the first try. I heard Dr. Paulson tell the others that a detachment of United Colony Marines is scheduled to deliver another creature on Thursday. May 5th. I'm not sure how they managed it, but the UC Marines actually managed to bring us an Ashta. It's not that the Ashta is a terrifying beast and natural predator. Those are both exceptional and wonderful qualities, and essential to the work we're doing here. It's that the Ashta is native to the planet Aquila. In the Cheyenne system, Aquila, home to Aquila City, capital of the Freestar Collective. It's a native species of the capital city of our arch rivals. Let's fuck them up by programming it to kill them. Leave it to a group of ground pounders to grab a candidate right from the enemy's backyard, though it does beg the question, have Freestar Collective scientists managed to weaponize their greatest natural predator? If so, our timetable just got accelerated. So the fact that you got one, you now think that, of course, they've already done the research you're doing. Wrong. That's wrong think, if you ask me. Any fears that our Freestar Collective counterparts have managed to weaponize the Asha have been completely dispelled. See? After Michelson debacle, we determined the NCI should only be attached under full sedation, so that wasn't an issue. The problem started immediately afterward. The Ashta proved incredibly resistant to synchronization, and we never achieved control fidelity beyond 47%. Dr. Chin's arm was nearly ripped off 5 minutes into the first trial. In short, the Ashta simply can't be controlled. If not by us, then certainly not by the Freestar Collective. Those guys are chumps. And you know, because their initials is FC, which stands for fucking chumps. Dr. Paulson has been in touch with Colonel Kasarov. Looks like the Marines will have another species collected and dropped off by this time next week. More disappointment, however. Another creature, another failure. No fault of the UC ground pounders. We wanted a predator, they delivered. These things were so alien, Paulson had a difficult time deciding on a designation. Opted for Raptin Venom. Shame we couldn't properly sync the NCIs, though. Those things would have been spectacular, especially the poison. Oh, dear God. New specimen arrived on July 6th. The Marines dropped off another few specimens this morning, totally unscheduled. Best way to describe them, they're arthropods, alien equivalent of Homerus agamarus, basically giant space lobsters. Very promising giant space lobsters indeed. I'm not entirely sure where the UC grunts found these particular test subjects. Some godforsaken backwater rock, I imagine. After the third or fourth unsuccessful trial, I stopped asking. None of these earlier species could be controlled with any reliability. As noted in my earlier logs, their natural aggressiveness made them effective weapons, but a bullet is less than useless if the gun keeps turning itself on the shooter. If these creatures possess a perfect natural disposition, so if they have a natural maybe neutral? Natural disposition, non-aggressive, even docile, yet capable of defending themselves with deadly efficiency when threatened. And when they do go on the attack, they're terrifying. So we'll see. Relocation. We're moving, packing up shop and transitioning the entire operation. It's happened so fast, my head's spinning. The work on the arthropods been so successful, we're actually relocating to their homeworld. We'll have an unlimited supply of the creatures for the Xenowarfare division. I've been named senior xenobiologist. That means I'll be running the entire facility. My first instinct was to tell Amanda. I'm still not used to her not being there. I'll give Michelson credit. The guy really went to bat for me. He let the masked brass know that it was my work tuning the neural control interface that was instrumental in controlling the arthropods. I guess Paulson is being forced to retire. Good riddance, Paulson. Yeah. F that Paulson guy. Spit on his grave. I don't know. Why am I so mad at Paulson? I've never even met him. Variable SRO. Something. Synaptic response quotient. Unpredictable. Surplus killing or survival response. Consult Mendelhelm. Now we're going to have to go find Mendelhelm's computer to find out how the research went. Ooh, there's a bed. We can sleep. Ooh, there's a board game. There we go. Choose the future and beyond. There's battery multi-pack. 120, not quite valuable enough. More board games. Close enough. Technically, that wasn't valuable enough. Let's see. It's 105 value, but it's 10 mass, so it's worth what? 10? 10 per mass? That's not worth keeping. Okay. Fail. Oh, look, we can actually move the bag around. The fact that it doesn't respond to my hitting it much is disappointing. Available for colony war veterans. Synthetic arms. That's kind of terrifying. But at least they have something for them, right? Alright, let's keep going. Thought I saw something for a second there. Oh, right, we're still in this room. Forgot we haven't finished this room yet. Garbage, garbage, garbage. We got lots of garbage in this place. Oh wait, we already did this room. Yeah, that's the room we did first. Okay, I think we're done here. Ooh, that looks cool. Frankenstein to Miss Seville, England, St. Petersburg, December 11th, 17, Dublin. You would rejoice to hear that no disaster has accompanied the commencement of an enterprise which you have in regard with such evil forebodings. I arrived here yesterday, and my first task is to assure my dear sister of my welfare and increasing confidence in the success of my undertakings. Is that the way it's worded in Frankenstein? Dear God, no wonder it's a hard read. Tales of Space and Time. A crystal egg. There was, until a year ago, a little and very grimy looking shop near Seven's Dial, over which, in weather-worn yellow lettering, the name of Sea Cave Naturalist and Dealer in Antiquities was inscribed. The contents of its window were curiously variegated. They comprised some elephant tusks and an imperfect set of chessmen, beads and weapons, a box of eyes, 2 skulls of tigers and 1 human, several moth-eaten stuffed monkeys, one holding a lamp, an old-fashioned cabinet, a fly-blown ostrich egg or so, some fishing tackle, and an extraordinarily dirty empty glass fish tank. Sorry. There was also, at the moment the story begins, a mass of crystal worked into the shape of an egg and brilliantly polished. 1899 saw the publication of the collection of H.G. Wells' work, which is comprised of 3 short stories and 2 novellas: The Crystal Egg, The Star, The Man Who Could Work Miracles, a story of the Stone Age, and a story of the days to come. And some old books are really hard to read. I'm noticing that all these books that have an excerpt are books from the public commons right now. Well, While W.E.B. Du Bois is famous as a writer, civil... Is it always W.E.B.? W.E. Du Bois, I think I've heard of, but W.E.B.? Civil rights activist and sociologist, among other things, is not widely known that he also penned a science fiction short story. The following is an excerpt from The Comet, written in 1920. Though on the horizon lay a long white star mystic, wonderful, and from it fled upward to the pole, like some wan bridal veil, a pale, wide sheet of flame that lighted all the world and dimmed the stars. In fascinated silence, the man gazed at the heavens and dropped his rockets to the floor. Memories of memories stirred to life in the dead recesses of his mind. The shackles seemed to rattle and fall from his soul. Up from the crass and crushing and cringing of his caste leaped the lone majesty of kings long dead. He arose within the shadows, tall, straight and stern, with power in his eyes and ghostly scepters hovering in his grasp. Okay, that one actually had a cool, like a rhythm to it. Like very poetic imagery, but you could see where it was going with something. The other ones, I was tripping over myself just to read. Notebooks. Alright, notebooks. So right now we're just going through the scientists' lives. Pretty much nearly unaccosted. Like we were attacked that one time, but that barely counts. A blender base. Not worth it. Ooh, chunks. Yum yum chunks. You don't know what you're eating, but that's okay because it tastes good. Or at least that's what they tell you. Nobody's really sure if it actually tastes good or if it's just some kind of subliminal implanted message that makes you think they taste good. Alright, do we have a humidifier already? The desk assistant is 118 per volume. Technically not worth carrying if we're doing the 125 cutoff. Frankenstein's worth quite a bit. Look at that. We have books worth more than our gun. Shows you how crap our gun is. Alright, the bowl drop. The levitating desk thing? Oh man, it's only 96 per mass? That looks so cool. I'm gonna drop it. Light of the Stars. The ramen multi-pack soil box. I guess no more soil boxes. I'm going to keep the ramen pack because we can eat it. The trowel and the assistant. Alright. I want to try to only keep things that are above 125. That's what I was thinking, but there's so much stuff to grab here. I feel like we're going to run out of carrying weight. That's why I'm trying to be a little selective in grabbing. Can't just play it like Fallout and grab everything and dump it in a big pile at my base, right? Ooh! Just found some guns. Odd that pirates attacking this place would leave guns just lying around, but clearly they're incompetent. Damn it, more food I can't get. A chunk's potato this time. You quickly stop picking up random stuff. Oh. I totally forgot about him.
Captain, Protocol Indigo dictates that I am to return to the lodge with no deviations. We are here to stop the Crimson Fleet from pursuit. Nothing more. I will accept any and all items.
Ooh, he's got laser charges. I'll take that. Oh, does that mean he won't attack though? Okay, we got 2 Eons. We got an extra Maelstrom. Ooh, a Rattler. 10 physical damage. Okay, let's equip the Eon, and we can compare the Rattler. We have more rounds for the Rattler because it uses the other ammo type, I guess. It uses 777 instead of .27 caliber. But the... Oh no, sorry, the other way around. The Eon uses 777. The Rattler uses .27 caliber. Better accuracy, less rounds. It's heavier. Room for more mods, though. As for the Maelstrom... Okay, let's equip the Maelstrom, compare the Grendel. Ooh, the Grendel's a bullpup? Doesn't do as much damage, but it fires faster. But we have more rounds for the Maelstrom. Man, I'm a sucker for a bullpup, though. It makes me think of FG1's P90s. And I love the P90. It's my favorite gun in the world. Yeah, I like it even more than the Luger. Lugers are a really cool gun, but nothing on a P90. 777mm is really cheap. Okay. So the Grendels might be a good option then. So I'll equip that as the gun I'll use for now. 6.5mm is currently more plentiful, but I might just keep using the Grendel, to be honest. Ooh, we got a new pack. A Pirate Survival Pack. There's 4 less protection, 5 more thermal, 5 less airborne, 15 less radiation, but 15 more corrosion. It's got 4 more EM and 6 more energy. Basic boost pack. Whoops. I think I just sent it over rather than equip it. Research development stuff. We can store those. So he can carry another 135 himself. That's quite a bit. Packs. Let me send that back for a second. Should I be using the pirate pack? Like, it's a basic boost pack, but the other one doesn't say that. And it's valued at 1,000 more for some reason. Oh, it's the jetpack thing I can't use, isn't it? I'm going to equip it. Tunnel mining pack can then be stored. And hopefully when I get the skill, I could potentially... You ran out of O2. Further exertion will cause CO2 buildup. I'm not doing anything. Why is the crewman fleet after Barrett?
I have often asked Barrett that same question at various times, and about various individuals that wanted to cause us harm. The most likely answer is that Barrett personally insulted him, typically by continuing to live, usually after escaping from certain death, and often with an object multiple people wanted.
Why is 6.5mm so more than 777? You'd think 777 would be the better bullet. Do guns that have the 6.5 usually do more?
Constellation is an explorers society founded over 50 years ago with the mission of seeking out the unknown. Members often engage in expeditions in small groups, typically 1 or 2 people, Or, like Barrett and myself, one person and one robot. The membership is intentionally limited and small. Should you join Constellation yourself, you will be the 10th active member.
Oh, really small then. I wonder if all of us have touched one of those weird things. I think they just rolled a D100 to select ammo prices. Maybe? They are known for just
Barrett
copying and
would say
pasting a
that
lot of
millions
things for
of
weight and
years
value.
ago, we were all one with the cosmos, so technically you have known each other forever. But the more practical answer is likely that he needs you. The number of known people who have been affected by the artifacts is now 2. Without your investment in
So the other 8
Constellation's mission,
haven't.
he may never know more about the experience you both share.
Okay, so I was expecting all of the Constellation to have been affected by it. Sculpture 365, but it's 300, so it's barely worth more than 100. You know what? We can get it on the way back if we really want it. Let's keep going. Got all that. Next. Oh, right, we're going to check the guns. I need to add them to my favorites. So we got a Grendel. Right. Favorite it. Boop. We got a new Rattler. Okay, so Eon can go left. Rattler can go 2, I guess. And the Grendel's fine where it is. Cutter goes to the top. I think we'll do up will be laser weapons. Right will be... I don't know. It's... How is it the... 777? I think you're right. They randomly pick size. Like, this is a... It's not quite a 22, but it's 27. 22 aught. And it does 10 physical damage. I don't know. This is definitely a rate of fire gun. Blowing the Maelstrom of range. Ooh, it's only got a range of 20 though. That's really bad range. The Maelstrom's our highest DPS at 60. Can't get into the room. Frag grenades? Oh, shit. I saw movement. Oh, if you have the scanner on, you can only aim with the cutter? But I like how it highlights things.
Wait, what was that?
Here! Over here!
I think they heard that.
Keep going!
I believe the enemy is nearby.
Easy money! Keep her pinned.
It's so hazy, it's sometimes hard to see where they are.
Please avoid getting shot. You might die.
Got another Grendel. Oh, there's another computer here. Oh, a weapon case!
The enemy is no longer visible. Searching.
We got another Rattler. A granola mix?
There is no enemy nearby. Resume systematic wandering.
Hiding, huh? Give it up and I'll go easy on ya.
But he just said there's no one nearby.
You're gonna get yourself killed. Put some fire on her.
I hit? He didn't have a gun, but he had ammo. Credits, 777 caseless, and another Grendel.
We got a magician here.
I can hear someone talking, but I don't see him. Structural material. Wobs. Search for more.
I'm gonna find you.
They're gonna find me. Is this normal that everything looks so kind of hazy and foggy?
And don't come back.
Boom pop cola and some chunks. We got a med pack. The guy was trying to heal himself. Sucks to be him. He was so close to living and then he died. Oh, what's all this? Antimicrobial sealants, fibers, analgesic. This is all healthcare stuff, isn't it? Pharmaceutical lab. Let's see what we can do. Trying to make it spooky. Alright, we'll make an immobilizer. And we'll make some bandages. I'm assuming those are for specific types of injuries we're going to get. Alright, let's go back and make sure we didn't miss anything during that fight. Ooh, that looks kind of cool. This should have been something we could interact with. That would have been neat. Yeah, when you're scanning, the only weapon you can use is the cutter. Which is unfortunate, because the scan makes it easy for you to see things. It should just be built in to your view. Like seeing what's in the storage box, because you got your scanner open.
What the heck? Easy pickings.
He in here? No. Red harvest?
I am aiming for your center of mass.
Must be downstairs, then we missed one. Weapon case, guys. Fingers are crossed. An Equinox. What is that? Is that a laser? Did we just get a laser? Woo! We did. Looks kind of like how we'd make a laser today. I would have hoped it to be a little bit more sci-fi, but 13 damage is our best damage. Its DPS is also our best DPS. All right. Try it out. Zip, zip, zoom. Zip, 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 zoom. I likes it. He had a rescue axe. He didn't stand 342 credits. All right. I'm going to go easy on the sound effects because the game seems to, no matter what settings I set it to, it uses 100% GPU. It just tries to make it look better. And because of that, using the sound effects doesn't always go over well. it's weird. I follow the GeForce Experience optimized setting for my rig thing, and it's what we're playing at right now. And I do get higher frame rates, but it had me go. Here, I'll show you in a second. Okay. So the game had me set it up so everything was on low with the FSR 2 on, which would be nice if we could do DLSS. I don't care if you're made in part with Microsoft. Allow NVIDIA stuff too, you know? Like Microsoft and AMD have a close relationship. But like the default settings, most of this was on medium and dynamic resolution was off. It wanted me to turn dynamic resolution, or no, oh, sorry, it was on and everything was at light medium. And it ran, instead of being between 45 during that up close face talking with the people after the accident and then going to like 130, it went between that and like 60 to 9, like, well, I guess like, I think the highest I saw it was like 89 in space. So like it seemed to still run fine. Like, I don't know. I turned off the film grain. And I turned off motion blur. Other than that, I left whatever the recommended settings were. But I wish I knew which ones I could turn back on to still run well. Like if we go default settings. And we turn that off. Oh, let's see the film grain. Maybe the film grain won't bother me so much now that I got that green fuzz as well. Why would you want the film grain? It doesn't... Like, we're still running perfectly fine. Although I guess some things... The outline seems lower resolution. Was that him? That weird noise? Maybe this place is all foggy because it was supposed to have been shot up and all damaged from the fight? A scientist was stuffed in there. Oh my god. Alright. A digipick. I think that's the lock picking things, right? Notebooks. Ooh, we got a cube for 350 per kilogram. Trying to be quick with the looting because we've already done the fight here. What is that thing? Oh, I bet that's a centrifuge. Judging by the fact that it's got blood samples or something in it, I bet that just spins super fast. Alright, let's go back upstairs. I think we're done down here. We did miss a few of those buys the first time around, so it's probably a good idea that we came back. Okay, we got that. That's where we got the new laser pew-pew. We got a marker. Alright, let's keep going. Is it just me or is the outline around him looking worse than it used to. All right.
Listen up. We got someone trying to jump our school. Hold them off here while Brogan sets up on the roof. I'm on it. No one's getting through.
I bet we get through. Were they upstairs?
What? I don't have time.
Whoa!
Watch my back.
Why did he explode?
In combat, Barrett often yells, pew, pew, pew. I am not sure why.
Keep expecting to find like escape test subjects. We're reading about all this stuff they're doing to these samples. Like, look at that thing. That must be like its larval form. Oh, it's just pieces of it. There's a leg. Synergy! Microscope. Hard times. Book the first, sewing, chapter 1. The one thing needful. Now what I want is facts. Teach these boys and girls nothing but facts. Facts alone are wanted in life. Plant nothing else and root out everything else. Can only form the minds of reasoning animals upon facts. Nothing else will ever be of any service to them. This is the principle on which I bring up my own children, and this is the principle on which I bring up these children. Stick to facts, sir. By far the smallest of Charles Dickens's novel, Hard Times, chronicles the lives of the residents of Coketown, a fictional Victorian industrial mill. How come they only have really old books 700 years in the future? Ooh, you stealing a new spaceship? Or are you going to keep your old one and you're just boarding it for that? Ooh, there's a gun. We got ourselves a gun. Which means there should be a body it's attached. Oh, that's probably from the guy that exploded. Scissors, only worth 100. Another digipick. Yeah, here's the guy that blew up. He had a marshmallow treat cereal. Soap dispenser. Less than 10. Oh, that might actually still be worth it. Notebooks are not, however. Come on, open the door. Waiting for it to bring, like, switch your weapons because they turned off the scanner. Some kind of magnet thing. Whole food spiced worms. The fact that you can't open doors if you have your scanner open really irks me. Is there a trick to it, or is it really that you can't do that? We have a knife? Ooh, we have toast. We got some sealant. It's just being stupid, yeah. Ooh, scientific sample. Alright, I think this was the last room before we need to go upstairs.
While I am programmed, how can I be of assistance?
We're going to trade some gear to you, my friend. After all, we got 7 of these Grendels. And they're all the same, okay. Keep 1. Maelstroms will send 1. Rattler and Rescue. That was a lot of the weight right there we had. We can give him the books. I guess anything that has a value and mass, right? Some of those are actually worth quite a bit. All their... Thank you. Oh! Resources we can press all at once with a button. But you can't do that with other things. Interesting. Oh, no. Oh, wait. I meant to drop that last thing. Oh, well. I like how his that little circle opens up to store things. Neat. Explains where he's putting everything. Impact driver. Wait, that little piece of an impact driver is 1.3 kilograms. And that full impact driver is 1.3 kilograms. See, this is what I'm talking about. With Bethesda being lazy as fuck and janky developers. They could have called that whatever the actual name is for the impact driver. I think it's just to call it. And they could have made the weight appropriate as though it's just part of this one, but no. They just copy and pasted both the mass and the value and the name. Like, how lazy can you be? Ooh, ramen and cheese. Who doesn't like ramen? In defense of the cutter as a weapon for melee, did you Minson, always hold down the left trigger so that the 3 lines? Do you see how that right there in the center they zoom in and out? When it's fully zoomed in like that, it seems to do more damage. Still only ups it to like 5 instead of 3, but hey, every little bit helps. Not to mention it does the damage pretty fast. It also helps you mine faster. It can take a while to cut through things if you're mining with it without zoomed in. It doesn't change your range or anything. I just think of it as like focusing the beam. You can also see the difference in the color though. Check it out. There's without focus. Actually, I'll just do it here. There's focused. I think it doubles the power usage.